Okay, it's Sparkle Club night, and it's a beautiful evening in Minnesota where I am. It is 70 something degrees out, I think, and just gorgeous. So we've got some things to talk about, and then I'm going to ask for your feedback at the end. So I know that some of you, Amy can't talk. Amy, you can chat in if we have some. Well, we're going to have some interaction. What I'd like to do first is, and there were a lot of people that said that they were going to join, more than what we have here. So
I'm sending Terry a message right now, see if she jumps on, because you said she had messaged you.
yep.
Okay.
And I get it. I get it. Things come up, and that's how it works. I just wanted to make sure. But I don't want to keep you guys waiting. So just another message here, and then we'll just get going. We just hang out with those that are here, right? That's how it works. So what I'd like for you to share tonight, we're going to open up and share. What I'd like for you to share tonight is something that you love about summer. We're going to talk all things summer tonight and how to navigate summer with a business, with the busyness of summer. And so I'm going to go first, if that's okay with you guys. The thing I love about summer is the weather. Like, even if it's rainy, as long as it's warm and above like 68 degrees, I am happy. I'm a happy person. I love 80 to 90 degree weather. I love it. It's like the best thing. So, and we haven't had that like 6-7 months or more. So it's super fun. So that's my favorite thing about summer. A lot of you know that we just put in a pool, so we are opening that and getting that ready. So who wants to go next? Actually, Jessica, would you go next? You're in my lineup at the top.
Yes, I would definitely say my favorite is the weather as well, because I struggle with, I'm not really diagnosed with the seasonal affect disorder, but I know that cloudy days definitely affect me and sunny days affect me. So when it's sunny, I just feel so much better. And I just love being outside. And so I just feel like I'm in a better mood during the summer, and just more of a relaxed schedule with the kids and not having to get to school and homework and blah, 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 and just get to do more fun stuff.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Carol, would you go next?
Sure. The weather, of course. Flower gardens, of course. Visiting ice cream shops with my grandkids, of course.
Love.
Yeah, I love those. Having them free to be able to do stuff. Day trips with my grandkids. That's good.
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah.
Forgot about ice. I didn't forget about ice cream, but that is like such a huge bonus. Eating ice cream in the winter is so different than in the summer.
I know.
So fun. Okay, Nancy, would you go next?
Let me figure that out.
You're muted. You're not muted. We can hear you.
Okay. I just like summer because of the plants in the yard and being outside, and my husband grilling and food stuff. I do not like the mosquitoes, and that's something that I did not have where I lived before. So that's new for me. That and a wood tick. I already had one wood tick.
Oh my gosh. Gross.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Nancy's husband is a chef. So when she says grilling out, like, he makes everything really well.
Oh my gosh. Is he a chef like professionally?
Yeah, that was his career until he got arthritis. So he's still technically a chef, but he does. Yeah. We used to have a restaurant. Well, we had a couple of restaurants that we did that he was the chef for and did all the recipes and stuff like that. So
awesome. I love to eat, and I love to cook. So
I do not love to cook.
Oh, you married perfectly. That's so great.
Yes.
We have a few more joining us. Anne, would you go next? Favorite thing about summer?
Hi. Yes, I love summer. It's definitely my favorite season. So the warmth and yeah, just the sunshine too. I totally get it, Jessica. It's such different days when the sun is out. But we have a cabin way up north on Rainy Lake, and that's a place that's seasonal, so we get to go there. So that's like
Mhm.
our fun summer. And then I want to answer for Amy if she can't talk. Outdoor pound. That'll be Amy's
Yes.
answer.
That's going to be Amy's answer for sure. We
Yep.
could do outdoor pound at my house because we have a huge
Yes.
driveway and we have a huge shed that's got a concrete floor and we have a big concrete patio now around our pool.
Perfect.
Outdoor pound.
Yay.
Let's
I
do
even have a
it.
broken pound stick sitting right here. We break them sometimes, but I
here.
can't really see it with that funny background. But
And pound, anybody can do pound, right?
everybody, yes, pound is for all. Modifications all over the board. So yeah, we should definitely get rocking.
Cool.
So
Great.
that's summer. Yep. Thanks.
I have a huge speaker too, like one of those big party box speakers. It's called the Party Box 100. And it's got like a Bluetooth. My kids are listening to it outside right now. They're burning stuff. So we're cleaning up our yard. Awesome. Okay, let's keep this going. We could chat all night. Lisa, what's your favorite thing about summer?
Wearing flip-flops and having my nice pedicure.
Ooh, love that. That's great. And we have petty sets coming out tomorrow. Very cool. Thank you. Nancy Johnson, do you want to share your favorite thing about summer with us?
Hi.
Hi. You guys don't have to mute. You don't have to mute. Like if you have a lot of
Oh.
background noise and there's a lot of people talking or something, you could mute. But if it's just like you, just feel free to unmute. It's fine. Except for Amy cannot.
Okay. Is Amy okay?
Amy has laryngitis, and if she
Oh.
doesn't get her voice together, she can't have surgery on Thursday. So
I'll talk to you later, Amy.
you can text
Um,
her, but that's
Yeah. All right. My favorite thing about summer is being at the cabin. I think somebody else said they like to go to their cabin.
Mhm.
And that was my daughter. Riding on our pontoon on our little lake and finding George the single loon.
Cool. Great. Thank you. And we're skipping Amy. Amy's outdoor pound, golf, her Harley, and bonfires. And we're having a bonfire at our house right now, Amy. Not the best bonfire, but it's a bonfire. I don't know, Andrea, if you can unmute or if you want to unmute, you don't have to. We're just sharing our favorite thing about summer.
I can unmute. I also do not barely have a voice. So you don't get video, you barely get sound from me tonight, but I'm here. My favorite thing about summer, you know what? I don't really have a favorite part of summer. I actually prefer winter.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I hate to sweat.
Yeah.
I hate grass. I'm such a negative Nelly when it comes to summertime, but I do enjoy the vitamin D. I will say that. I like the sun, but I don't know. I'd rather be cold than hot, I guess.
Well, you and my youngest son can be connected because he loves winter and was so sad when winter was over. And I don't know. I don't get
And
it.
you know, it's not that I do anything in the winter. I just like it inside, right? Like
Cozy.
I don't ski, I don't snowboard, I don't snowmobile, I don't do any of those things. So why I prefer winter, I don't really know, but I don't know. We live here for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Summer is beautiful. I just prefer being inside. But maybe if I had a pool, you know, maybe I need to start rallying for that. How many years did it take you, Emily?
A long time.
Right.
So good luck. I had so many obstacles and I just can't even believe that there's a pool in my backyard. I just can't even believe it. So, why are we talking about summer? Well, this is going to segue into what we're talking about tonight because you guys, summer can be really a time in our business where we tend to put our business on the side. it ends up that we get busy with summer. We think, I'm going to have so much time to do all of the things. I'm going to spend so much time in my office. I'm going to be spending so much time. And it's just not maybe what we think it's going to be. And so we're going to be proactive, and we're going to talk about what we can do this summer and what are sort of some non-negotiables with our business. What in our business can we not be without, right? What are things? So I want you to start thinking about what are some things that I have to do for my Color Street business in order for it to either function or thrive. So if you have some things, I'm going to share some things with you that I have to do for my business, no matter what time of year it is, for my business to function and thrive, right? So those are kind of two different things. And I'm going to explain that in a way that you'll really understand. Okay. So for us functioning at home with like dinner, like I love to do dinner. I love to cook. I love to feed people, but I don't love to plan it, and I don't love to clean up. So functioning at our house can be like, I put chicken nuggets in the air fryer or in the oven and fries in the air fryer tonight for dinner. Okay, we functioned with that. That was okay. It got us through. We still did it. But what could have been better? How could I have been thriving for dinner tonight? My kids love this chicken jalapeno chicken kind of bake that I make, and I didn't get to it today. It's still in my fridge, so I can put it together tomorrow. But that's where I can really thrive, right? I have vegetables planned. I have a protein planned. Everybody loves it. I have rice sides. I have all those things. We sit down together. That's my business really thriving. Just to kind of give you an everyday example, my business functioning looks a little different, doesn't it? But I want you to notice that there was still dinner. Does that make sense? That there was still dinner. Whether we were functioning or thriving, we ate. So what we're trying to prevent this summer is that you don't have dinner, right? We don't want you to not have dinner. We don't want you to not have any business this summer. We want you to know what it looks like to function and know what it looks like to thrive. Okay? And I hope this will really help you to make a choice of how your business is going to look this summer. And maybe even just have that perspective of what it could look like. And I want you to know that, again, we had chicken nuggets and waffle fries for supper. It was really quick, really fast. It was what we needed. We can do that with our business, and it's okay. It's not a bad thing to have chicken nuggets and French fries. They were really good, actually. We had Chick-fil-A sauce. You can do that and function. So we're going to kind of just make that distinction between functioning and thriving. And you guys are going to help me. Okay? All right. So what are some things how we could compare our business in that way? Functioning versus thriving, right? I'm going to give a really good example, and then I hope to hear from some of you that would have a good example. So functioning for twosies, right? Like, I don't maybe deliberately look for someone that I could meet with and have a one-on-one with and share that sample with. I maybe carry it with me, but I'm not intentional when I go out. Maybe I have one party or something that's planned. Okay, that would be kind of functioning with like that sample aspect of it, where I have it in my purse, but I'm not super intentional about it. And I'm not really intentionally doing one-on-ones, but I could at any time. I have space in my calendar. Thriving would be like, I'm planning a one-on-one every week this summer. So that could mean that I just look at it a little bit differently, where like, so like for me, my kids being younger, I can plan a play date every week this summer where we go to a park they're not this little and we don't do this, but this is what we used to do, right? And I can do that with a different mom with the intention of bringing up Color Street. That would be my business really thriving, would be that I would be really intentional this summer to like wrap my business around my lifestyle and my life, even though it looks a little bit different in the summer. And you can see how the intentionality is just a little bit different. Okay, so what are some things that, let's go the opposite. Let's like go to what are some things that really make our business thrive? So I already said intentional one-on-ones every week. For me, I need one of those for sure for my business to really thrive, maybe even 2. Doesn't have to be long, could be 10 minutes. So what is something, if you're willing to share, what is something that really, helps your business to thrive? Does anybody feel like talking?
So I think for me, it's continuing to meet new people and sharing Color Street. So I'm able to do that now because I just got a new full-time job 2 weeks ago. And it's all about talking and networking. It's a sales role. So I'm selling like my full-time job, but then
Yeah.
I'm also talking about entrepreneurship. I'm talking, it's like, oh, I have a side business as well. Oh, what's your side business? So it's like I'm working all of it in to my entire life, not
It's
just,
becoming so natural.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lisa got a new job, had a birthday. So exciting. And she earned the trip. Like, so big. And I think that is such growth and maturity, right? That, having that new job does give you new people to talk to all the time, but then you could meet new people and then not share that you do Color Street, right? They could maybe ask about your nails. And that's really that function mentality is like, if it comes up, I'll deal with it. But I feel like, Lisa, you're being really intentional because you really want your business to thrive. And so you are like, hey, I see that there are people there and I'm really going to make a point to like wrap what I do around these new relationships. So from the beginning, we heard so many times that it takes people 7 times to hear about something before they really become interested in it. Right? That's a lot. So we need to really be diligent in sharing it. Anybody else have something that they want to share? Don't feel pressure from me. It's all good.
I notice as far as like just even on Facebook on my page, like if I plan ahead and have posts that are ready to go for the week, then I actually do it, right? Then it happens. But when I'm like, okay, yeah, I think this week, maybe Monday I'll do this, and I have to make more of a plan rather than thinking I'm gonna have a plan every day.
Yeah,
Seems to follow through a little bit better.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I do that too. I roll with that roller coaster. That's a roller coaster I ride where I'm like super, super good about posts and then I'm not so good about posts and then I'm super, super good about posts again and then I'm not so good about posts, right? And that's such an important part of our even just function. I will do a post in my group every single week or every single day, and I will schedule those a week out or whatever it is. I struggle to schedule like a whole month out or something. I feel like it's really good for me to stay in tune with what's going on if I can schedule for the week. And I pick a time to do that. So whether that's Monday morning or what that is, what does that look like? Thriving says that you maybe have more than one post a day, and then you're taking one day a week or 2 days a week, and you're doing some messaging. in those, through those posts. I spent some time, I think some of you probably watched my live. I did a giveaway in my group because I had been a little bit silent. And so I did a giveaway just to kind of get people come out of the woodwork for giveaways, right? And I went through and I replied to like every single comment one morning. I just like replied to every comment. I thought, I'm just going to go through the last, however long I can go, however long I can stand it. And I'm going to reply to these comments because they took time to comment on my posts. So I better reply to them. So I tried to do as much as I could, right? And that really upped my engagement in my group. And it's because I was commenting on them, right? Amy says she's the worst at scheduling. I might schedule something later in the same day, but I rarely schedule days in advance. So let's talk through that quick. Will you guys share? Do you schedule your posts or do you just post them? Jessica, you do not schedule your posts.
I don't really schedule mine. But I'm very diligent about, I post every day. So it's kind of like in the morning, I just know that I need to put something. And I kind of have a routine. Like I know like Monday, Tuesday, like I have a theme of something that I do every day. And something that has helped me is like, just if I randomly see things on Facebook, I have like saved, you can like have different titles. And so I have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I know what my theme generally is for those days. So I don't really have to think about it. I just go, oh, okay, Monday, here we go, pick this. So I don't know. It seems to take me longer to like sit down and plan it for me. So I don't necessarily, and I think Amy's really good about posting. So I think some people are just different. Like some people need to sit down and plan it. And somebody like, oh, this sounds good for today. I'm just putting this up there.
Yeah. And knowing like who you are in that, I think is really good too. I think my posts are better when I schedule them. I think I'm more like intentional about what I say when I schedule the posts. When I do it on the fly, I tend to be really quick with it. And then I don't say exactly what I want. And that's me, right? I need to know who I am. And if you're a person that lives in that moment and that's better for you, then I think that's okay. I don't feel like I'm disconnected if I schedule a post. Does that make sense? I don't feel like that. But yeah, good conversations. So Lisa, do you schedule your posts?
I used to. In life, it got really crazy. So now I'm just on the fly. But yeah, but I think I do better when I schedule like a week in advance. Like Emily, I can't do it like a month. But I think the training that we had on I'm looking at my board, the content and like having a theme, I think is really helpful because if I don't do that, then I feel like I'm all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it takes maybe 7 times for somebody to realize that we have pedicure sets and that it's easy to do a pedicure, right? So like.
Yep. Yeah. So being intentional, thriving in your business, maybe just knowing like what you want to do in your VIP group. Do you want to post every single day? And can you do that on the fly? Or do you need to schedule it? So are you functioning where you're like, oh my gosh, I posted, but I haven't posted in like 3 days? Or are you thriving where you are being really consistent in what you do? I love the saying that says consistent over constant, right? People aren't standing by waiting for your post in your group. They're not like, I haven't heard from her in a couple hours. I wonder where she is. And we tend to think that way, right? I'm not engaging constantly. Consistent is better than constant. You don't need to constantly be in your group or constantly be replying to messages, but you could consistently do it where you do go back and talk to the people back and forth. So good. Great. Is there another area that Andrea says she usually posts post my first for the day and schedule for later in the day. I love that. I do that a lot too, Andrea. Thank you for saying that. I will post for the day, and then I'll do a post midday with like a nail fee or something, or like, you know, some petty, like a nail fee dump. And then I'll maybe schedule something for later in the night. So I maybe do it on the fly, but I'm scheduling a few things for the day. So my minimum is 1 a day, but I would love to have 2 or 3 for the day, just to connect with different people. You know, I know there are people that are home during the day. I know there are people that are looking maybe in the afternoon, and I know there are people that scroll at night. So I just maybe want to connect with those people. Awesome. Okay, so we've talked about twosies and samples. And one-on-ones. We've talked about scheduling posts. What are some other things that are really crucial for your business that you would not want to lose during the summer? And Jessica put her list of things. This chat doesn't necessarily save, but I will. Jessica, would you do me a favor? Would you copy that and just put it in our Sparkle group message thread so that we can actually have that? That's a good just basis for like what she does. That's a good example of that. So are there other things that are really crucial to your business that you need to do during the summer?
Well, just messaging and interacting.
Mm-hmm. And then where do we find the time and all of that to do that? How do we manage that, right? And how will you manage it this summer? Will you message people, a few people daily? Will you message a few people weekly on a certain day? How does that work for you? And how do you see yourself either functioning in that, right? Where it's just like, okay, I can do this. This is my minimum, right? Or I'm thriving. I do maybe have a little bit more time in the summer, or I do have a few more pockets of space, something like that. Or I just need to really be intentional about messaging people. I know a lot of you are really good about messaging. So what does that look like for some of you?
For me, I'm home. Well, I'm free because I'm retired.
Mhm.
So I just spoke with somebody on the weekend about the makeup, and she said, "Yeah, I think I might be interested in trying it." So I said, "I'll message you then the
Mhm.
pictures of things that you can pick." So on my schedule for tomorrow is to do that.
Yeah, great. I love that.
And I usually post almost every day, but I'm on the fly kind of a deal. Oh yeah, I should add this or I should add that. So,
Mhm. And I think that works. I really do, because it's a lot of times people that are in or that gravitate to this type of business are more creative people, and creative people have those juices flowing at certain times. And so it feels more natural when you can be creative, sometimes just even in the moment. So
Right.
if it's not broken for you, I don't think that's something you need to fix,
Right.
any of you, right? I feel like if that's working for you, then do that. Just be consistent with it still as we go on in the summer. Hi, Jennifer, welcome. We're just talking about summer and how we can either just function in the summer or we can thrive in the summer. And so we're just going through some things. We talked about samples so far and doing intentional one-on-ones. We talked about scheduling posts in our groups. We talked about messaging and private messaging people a little bit and what that looks like. That's kind of what we're on right now. So does anybody else want to share about just how you work with private messaging and what that looks like for you? When everyone jump at once, it's okay. A lot of times for me, I will message people not necessarily about Color Street. So I will think of some other things to message them about. And we talked at one of our Sparkle Club meetings about the 3+3+3, you know, and how that works in our businesses. And so, you know, messaging 9 people a day can be a bit of a stretch for some of us, I'm sure. But even 3 people a day is an amazing feat. And that's just starting a conversation. And I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, I have to message 3 to 9 people a day, or, you know, whatever. I don't think that's not the goal, right? That's not the goal. I think look at where you want to be and then how do you get there? And private messaging is very much so a tool to get us where we want to be. And as I look around this Zoom call, I see people that have different goals, that are very different goals in this group. And that's okay, because this is not a group that says that you have to do something specific. It says, hey, you're doing this business and you enjoy it, whether it's a hobby for you or you want it to be a career. How do you stretch yourself and maybe just add a little bit more sparkle to what you're doing? Not, let's follow this cookie cutter pattern to get every single one of you on the same path to a certain destination, right? That's not what this is. All of your businesses look very different. So I want to make sure I say that right now, just because if looking at Jessica's Facebook subjects or like ideas, her daily things that she uses, if that doesn't help you to be more clear, to not feel stressed, if that adds more stress to you, then please don't do that. This is not a business or a hobby or an endeavor that should add stress to your life. It should be something that really brings you a lot of joy. And as you have that joy, you can share that with others. So just wanted to add that little kind of caveat, that commercial there. That is not an excuse if you have really big goals. If you have really big goals, those are your own, that's your own, you know, drive, right? Your own path. But I do know that a lot of you have businesses that look very, very different. And I call this a business, whether you aren't making any money, whether you are buying for yourself, or whether you are in a huge career with it, right? This is a business because we have, our brain thinks about things differently. I hope that makes sense to everyone. Okay. Another non-negotiable for my business in the summer is some sort of a party structure. And I know that isn't the case for everyone. That is a non-negotiable for me. Typically, I even just recently have been doing a lot of weekend parties where I'll do like a Saturday morning. That's really popular. As I head into the summer, that is not a good idea for the most part, because people only have so many Saturdays in the summer. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on Saturdays, right? I know just for me, I think we're up to 12 or 13 grad parties this summer so far. I know. And I think our family has 2 weddings. My daughter's in a wedding that we aren't invited to. My son is invited to another wedding. And so there's just a lot happening on Saturdays this summer. So am I going to be scheduling Saturday parties?
No.
I'm not. No, that doesn't make any sense. And when someone asks about a Saturday party, I can easily say, you know, Saturdays just really aren't always a successful day in the summer. So I am doing a Zoom party next Tuesday, not tomorrow, but the next week. And I'm looking forward to that. So we're just going to be here like this. I'm anticipating it'll take about an hour, maybe a little bit less. And it's a Tuesday night, right? So 7:30 to probably 8:15, 8:30, and then they'll get off and place their order, or I can help them place their order. And that's it. Pretty simple. So that's one way I can manage that, right? Is I can do things that look just a little bit different. I can still demo everything. I can still do a sample. They'll all have samples. I can still talk about the lipstick and the hand and nail care. I can actually apply the makeup right for them on Zoom. It's not the same as in person, but I can. And yeah, it's a way that I can actually really thrive in my business still. So anyone else want to chat just a little bit about parties?
I just feel like when I'm intentional about scheduling either like the one-on-ones or the parties, like my business is better. So that's the difference between thriving and functioning for me. Like I can function and go through the month and not really do the one-on-ones, but sort of, manage my Facebook page and my customers that I already have. Or I can be meeting people one-on-one, like we talked about, or like Lisa starting this student job and just saying like, you're meeting new people. It really only takes could only take like one party or one-on-one to get that momentum going. So, it's just like, I wouldn't say I took April off, but I really slowed down a lot in my business and I didn't do a lot of one-on-ones and parties, and like my PV showed that. So it's like, and I don't, once you meet one person, they're like, hey, you want to get together, invite a couple of friends, and then, then it kind of takes off after that. So it's like, after you get started, it keeps going. But if you stop, it stops.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just enjoy them so much. For me, I really, really enjoy parties. I enjoy the dynamics of a party. I enjoy that camaraderie of a party. One of my favorite things about a party is actually the other people that love our product that share it, that like basically sell it for me. That's like such a bucket filler for me, that I'm sharing a product that other people are like, oh my gosh, she's not kidding. The lipstick's so great. It lasts forever. Like I will actually lean on them a lot during the party. I just had one on Saturday morning, and small group of people. And so we started talking about the lipstick. We were talking about the nails, and then we were talking about the lipstick. And I said, actually, to one of my past hosts, I said, Alicia, would you share your experience with the lipsticks? Because I can share it, but I have a real biased opinion because this is what I do. I sell lipstick, I sell nails and I sell lipstick. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'd be happy to. And then she went on to talk about that. Now, Alicia has been a product tester for me. So I gave her a lipstick when it came out. She's also been a product tester with the cheeks. I gave her a blush when it came out. She's had 2 parties. She already told me ahead of time, when you get the eye stuff, you sign me up. Just message me. I'm having a party. And so that's really been a great investment for me, because she spent so much on our products because she loves them. And I mean, she came to the party and had Vixen on with Knockout over it. And so she was super excited when she got there to tell us what she had in her lips. Now, this is a girl that does not want to sell Color Street. We've had the conversation multiple times. It's not a good fit for her. But what she really wants to do is just support my business with Color Street. And so I'm happy to do that with her. I don't need her as a stylist on my team to, really have my business thrive because of her. So, she's just really been a huge blessing for me. And that's such a nice thing to do at a party, is to ask other people about it. I had another girl at the party, the host, and she was talking about how she's a makeup person, and she was talking about how our makeup really lasts on her skin. And it's not necessarily always helping me to get sales. I want to make sure you know that. It's not always helping me to get a cheek sale or get a lip sale. Okay. What it is doing is planting a really good seed for someone that's there. That's like the next time they use their makeup, the next time they use their lipstick, they're like, huh, I just kind of wonder, right? It's just planting that seed for them. It doesn't always get me a sale. A lot of times it does, but it doesn't always. And I'm okay with that because I have gotten so much business from, those seeds. The other thing I want to tell you guys is if you have any of the lips or cheek products on hand at all, one thing I've been doing if I have a giveaway, you can tell I do a lot of giveaways in my group, but one thing I've been doing if I have a giveaway is I have been offering them a free set or $12 off of another product. So off of a lip product or a cheek product. And I had somebody just recently, she's supposed to get it today. She said, oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I've really been wanting to try the cheek stuff. So I'm going to use my freebie on that. So she got a highlighter and a blush. She has a bronzer she really loves. So she got a highlighter and a blush and she got $12 off. And I do carry it because I do so many in-person things. So that's really helpful for me because I'm happy to just ship it to her and have her try it. And I know that's not how everybody does their businesses. That's just one kind of take on it, if that makes sense.
And just a reminder that you can use your hostess rewards for the makeup. So when I do close my parties, I use that because if you're only getting those items, then you get half price off a $28 item. If you're getting the bronzer and blush instead of half price off a 12 or 13 now, I guess, dollar item.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Does anybody have any thing to say about that? Or maybe you feel inspired by something that was just said, so you have a comment, or maybe you would like to stretch yourself and just share with the group that you would like to maybe do a party this summer or something at your house. You could do a cheek thing at your house. I'm planning to do that this summer. Does anybody have any inspiration on that? Or a question or a comment on that?
I just want to say that I'm supposed to do a Facebook party that I've never ever done before. So I know you have the mock Facebook party somewhere in my Facebook world there. I'm assuming it's still there. But
I do, and I haven't really updated it because I've been doing a few Facebook parties just to kind of feel it out with the lips and the cheeks. I do have a party that I could add you to, Anne, though, that's old that you could look through and see how I did it if you want.
that would be fabulous. Yes,
Sure.
because I'm a little bit clueless. I mean, I have a lot of ideas in my head of what I want to make sure I present, but how to present it would be another.
Yeah, so some of my non-negotiables for a Facebook party, like just that I would for sure need to do is I set up the group for them. I'm the only admin of that group. And then when I set up the group, I do the questions. I don't know if you're familiar with how I do that. That's in the mock party group and it explains all of that. So I make sure to ask them 2 questions so there's a way I have it in that mock party group that it shows you exactly how you set it up in the settings. Because you want it to be that you're the admin, you're the only one that approves member requests. That's really important because that's not normally on. So you have to switch that.
Okay.
And then it shows it kind of differently in Facebook world, how you ask or set up questions. It's in I usually do it from my computer. So it's like on the left-hand side, but there's kind of 2 sort of almost tabs to the party group or whatever. And I always ask them, have you tried Color Street before? That's my first question. And then there's a way to use multiple choice for the answers. And that's in the group. So it just says, yes, and I love it. No, but I'd be willing to watch a short video to see how. And then the third one is, yes, but I need some help.
Okay.
And then the second question is, are you an all-in or express partier? And I really like that question too, because it's it tells me if they want to be in the group or if they just want to place an order. So then I can walk them through placing an order, which really does help. And then my next thing that I absolutely do for every single party is as people are asking to join the group, I message each person to connect with them and get connected on Messenger. And I do that by saying, hi, Anne, first. Like if you were one of my customers, I would say, hi, Anne, and just push enter and be done with that. And then I would say, thank you so much for joining Jessica's Color Street party. It looks like you've used the product before and you love it. I'm so glad to have you. Do you have any questions or something like that? I usually try to ask a question, but it's a 2-message strategy to unlock that message requests thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully this is helpful for everyone. That's why I'm taking the time to share it. And that's also in that mock party group. I no longer hate Facebook parties because I do it a specific way now where I have the party open for like about a week, including a weekend. So we either get them in on like Sunday night, and then it closes on Sunday. Or if we started on a weeknight, it goes through Sunday night. So I make sure to include a Sunday night in there. For those of you that don't know, Sunday night is a really big night for people being on Facebook or some sort of social media because they're dreading going to work the next day. So they're like procrastinating on the things. Okay. And so what I have been doing is I've just been doing really short live videos talking about the product in the group. So each day I'll just do like a really, really short video, like seriously less than 5 minutes. So I'll be like, the first day is like, oh my gosh, welcome to the party. I'm so glad you guys are here. Here's how you order, quick, or the directions to order will be here in this post, in this live. I'll edit it. And then here's a quick sample. And that's it. Like I am super, super fast. And then the next day is like, let's talk about hand and nail care really quick. And I'm serious. These are less than like 4 or 5 minutes. And then during that, I like remove my polish. Like I have the clips on one hand and I just show them how easy it is to remove. And then I go like nail strengthener, lotion, cuticle oil really quick. And that video is done. And then the posts for the day will direct them to that video. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'll be like, oh my gosh, here's a little bit about the hand and nail care. Did you see my video? Here's the video, right? So I just go through and I schedule everything, but then I kind of go through and edit it and add that. And then like I'll have something about the lip products because you can't expect them to watch a 30-minute video. They're never going to do that. It's not part of our lives, and people watch reels, so they'll watch a less than 5-minute video for sure. If you can keep it like 3 or 4 minutes or less, it's even better. But that's how I've been doing my Facebook parties, and I've had pretty good success with that. That's just something I've done recently. And I'd be happy. The party's over, but you should be able to see the stuff in it if you want, Anne.
That would be great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That would be helpful.
If anybody else wants to be in it, that would be fine too. Just let me know.
When you do that, you might have to go in and like change the order so you can see like what order she posted it, because it might be set to like when people have commented most recently. But if you're setting up your party, you'll want to see like the order that she posted in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that was an option, I think, in this party group, Jessica, I think, and I couldn't find it on my last party. So if you have insight on that, it asked me if I wanted to keep the posts in order or if I wanted to allow them to switch around because of commenting.
Yeah.
And I can't find that again. And I don't know if it's just like, was there for a little while and now it's gone or what, but, so and you might have to like, just, make yourself comfortable in there and figure it out.
Pay attention to when they actually got posted.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might be able to, like, she might be able to do that when she goes in. It might give her that option, like to look at posts in that order that have been most recent comments or in the order that they were actually posted. And if you get it to the order they're actually posted, then you got to scroll all the way down to the bottom and work your
The
way.
beginning. Yeah. Okay.
Which
Thanks.
actually is super convenient because what I do then is I'll have 2 tabs on my computer open and I'll go to the very, very bottom, the beginning of the party, and I'll just like schedule and copy and paste the stuff. And it's so easy to do it that way. So, and you could absolutely do that. I will actually put the group that I'm talking about. It's not a perfect party, so I hope you have a lot of grace for me. But I will put the group into into our Sparkle group messenger thread. And then if you want to be part of it, then you'll join the group and then I will take you through with the questions, just so you know. And I'll probably even message you like I would a normal person, just so that you can see it, if that would work for you guys. It's a little bit of extra work for me, but I think it's really helpful to see how I do it. So,
Yeah, that'd be good.
okay.
And if you do go onto her mock party, make sure you go into the guide section because that has everything in order.
Yeah, that's a little bit tricky, the mock party group, which I need to redo. So if anybody wants to like help me with that and like tell me what to do or like tell me what we need, I don't know. I need like another opinion or something on that. But that I set up the guides for that, and I can put that group in the comments or in our thread too. I just don't have any of the lip, and I don't think I have hand and nail care, lip, or cheek. Sorry. My bad. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for being part of this. I'm going to give you guys a chance to give feedback on this group to me. So you can either just do that through private message. So send it to me personally without sending it to the group, just to keep the, group clear. But what you liked about the group, what you liked about the group, the Sparkle Club group, if you'd be part of it again, because this was potentially supposed to be our last time, but I just want to get feedback. And then if you liked the idea of Zoom, or if you'd like a different structure, if an hour was too long, if once a month was not enough, like all of those things, if you could give feedback on that, I'd really appreciate it. And tomorrow I will ask those questions in the group so you guys remember that. So yeah.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Appreciate you all. And it's such an important part of our team. So I just appreciate you guys being part of this. So things like this, groups like this, help me so much. I never really know how much they help other people, but it really does help me. It keeps me accountable to myself. It keeps me, sharp, right? Iron sharpens iron. And so in order for me to sharpen your iron, I've got to make sure I'm sharp. And that's really helpful for me because that means I'm working my customer group really well, and I'm connecting with my customers, and I'm messaging, and I'm emailing them, and I'm doing parties, and I'm in person, and I'm doing events, and all those things. It's really easy to not do that. You guys know it's really easy to just be like, oh, forget it, whatever. They'll buy stuff, And so because iron sharpens iron, I want to be iron for you, and you help me. So thank you. Okay, so from me, you will get in the group a recording shortly. I have to add that to YouTube, so it takes a little bit. I will put the mock party group, our mock party group in there, and I need to work on that, but you should at least join it. And then I will put my Facebook party group in there. One thing about the Facebook party group is it will feel really weird if you guys are commenting on stuff or liking things in the group, because my host will then see it and she will get confused with the group. She won't know that you're in there because I'm the only admin. So if I add you to the group, it won't make any difference. And the party is over. I just don't want her to be like, why is everyone commenting on all these posts now? This is so weird, right? So just be a fly on the wall if you don't mind. All right,
Okay.
cool. Thank you, everyone. And can't wait to hear from you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
Emily.
to see everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, good night.
Bye.
Bye.